Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. You are joining me today in the G23 series, which I've owned now for about 18 months, and this is probably going to be the last time this car features on the channel. And the reason for that is I've just done a deal on the next car that will be replacing this. So you know, it's an end of an era for the G20 in my ownership, and this car has been very popular on the channel. I mean, some of the widths have really taken off. It's brought in a great new audience as well, and it doesn't really surprise me because at the time when I picked up this car, YouTube didn't really have much content on the G20 anyway. So you know, I just kind of capitalized on that really and put some good content out, and you know, along the way made some real good friends, you know, in the G20 ownership. I'm going to summarize what my ownership of the G20 has been like over the last 18 months. This car looks completely different to how it was when I first picked it up. There's a lot of modifications that we've done, tasteful modifications that, you know, I've kind of done to the car over my ownership, and I'll link in one of the vids on the screen now up here, so you can go and check that vid out. So this car is a 2019 320 diesel with about 190 horsepower, 400 newton meters of torque, made to the 8-speed ZF gearbox. As a daily, I could not fault this car. It pretty much ticks all the boxes in terms of the way this car has been specced up, to the way it performs, and the fuel economy. It's always giving me in the range of like about 40 to 45 mpg, which is just brilliant. So it is going to be quite sad to see this car go, because as far as my cars and my ownership of cars go, I think I have really gelled with this car really well, you know, from like the start of the ownership when I picked the car up back in September 2019, you know, in a world which was like pre-COVID and all of that good stuff. But you know, good times will return, hopefully not in the not too distant future. So a couple of months ago I did a vid on the G20 when I was sat in a car park, you know, at Acosta, and I was talking about me selling this car and what the potential next car could be, or what the potential next car should be. And the cars that I highlighted there, and the car that I was mainly interested in, was the VW Golf GTI, the Mark 8. I went to see that car in person, and nah, I didn't really gel with it. I'm sure it's a very capable car, didn't really get it out on the road to test drive, but there was just certain things that I just couldn't gel with that. And you know, one of the things was the infotainment system inside the interior. Personally for me, it just wasn't like the way this is, and also I really didn't like that monobrow on the front of the car. It just really alienated me from the look. So unfortunately it's not going to be a Golf GTI. The other kind of cars I was talking about at that time were other hot hatches like the AMG A35, potentially the Golf R 7.5 or whatnot. But yeah, it's none of those cars. You will have to wait in terms of what the next car is, but I will drop a hint a bit later on in this vid in terms of what that car could be. So it's probably not going to be the last time you see me in a G20, I can guarantee that. And you know, who knows, if something else happens with, like say, the M4 in the not too distant future, I might see myself in another derivative of the G20. I really do like these cars for what they are. But yeah, I guess I'm kind of sad to a point, because this car has done so much for me in terms of, you know, my social network, in terms of, you know, the journey that I've been on with this car. So it's not like an easy decision for me to kind of think, you know, right, okay, time to move on and sell on. Like I've said it many times, you know, this is a pretty much an all-rounder. It's pretty much all the car that you could ever want. But right now for me, I think what I'm after is something with a little bit more excitement that would really complement the M4 as well as a 2-car garage. So yeah, unfortunately you guys will have to wait, and myself, another week for the unveiling. It's a Sunday today. I'm hopeful to be picking up the car next Saturday. So you know, there's like a week in between us. It's so easy doing like a click and collect. That's how the process was. I have not seen the car that I'm actually going to buy. I saw it on a website, I inquired about it, clicked a few buttons on the laptop, got in touch with the sales guy, got all the figures to work, and that's it basically. There's like a vid that was sent across to me, and that's all I've seen. I haven't seen anything else. So I'm hopeful that, you know, things do work out and it is what I expect it to be. Otherwise I'll be hanging on to the G20 for a little bit longer, but let's just see how we sort of have all that plans out sort of next week. But yeah, it's going to be sad to see this thing go, I'll be honest with you, because it's come a long way, and I've said that enough times in this vid. You know, I am excited, don't get me wrong, I'm definitely excited about the next car, because that for me gives me things that this car doesn't offer me in certain ways in terms of driver excitement and whatnot. So I'm really excited about that. So go on guys, get in the comments and let me know what you think is the car that I've actually chosen. I'll give you a hint, it's not a diesel and it's a petrol. It's a 3 litre. It's got 5 doors. What can it be? Hit the comments and hopefully let's see who is right. So guys, I'm the end of it here. I hope you have found my journey in owning this G20 enjoyable to watch, and if you guys have gone and made an informed decision based on my content out there in buying your G20, then, you know, thanks very much, because you've supported the channel and, you know, you found my content useful and informative, which has always been the key for me. I really hope that you G20 fanboys out there don't start hating on me for my next car. For me, it's what I've got to just do right now, so it makes sense to me. And I really do hope that all of you G20 subscribers that came to the channel since I've owned this car, I hope you know, you guys don't just disappear, because, you know, you've supported the channel, keeps me motivated quite a bit. So, you know, I'm always enthusiastic about, you know, the channel. I'm always, like, say, you know, kind of humble every time I see like my subscribers go up and the views as well, so it all kind of helps. Hopefully guys, I'll see you on the next one. Take care, bye.